There is a reason 1 week you feel unstoppable, you feel like you're on the top of the world, you can do anything, you have a lot of energy. And the week after, the same to-do list will make you cry. And it's not because you're not consistent, it's because you're living the life and scheduling it, which was not designed for your body. And in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to show you the system that completely changed my skin, my glow, the level of my energy, my physical body, and especially the relationship I have with myself and with my partner. And this system is living with your cycle and not against. And if there is a man in your life, send it to him because he will use it and he will finally understand your mood swings, why you're changing from day to day, and how to help you to go through hard days and how to cherish you during your energetic days. And if you think you will need an expensive apps, past hundreds of tests, and you are scared because you think you don't have money or time for that, no worries. I will show you the system where you just need to be aware of what you're doing and install small habits to understand yourself better. So my name is Daria Gribanowska. I'm a professional dancer, biohacker, and I coach women around the world on topics like biohacking, how to live with their cycle, but especially simply how to be happy in their lives and how to achieve their goals 100% without giving up. And today we're going to talk about such an important subject, which is why most women live against their cycle and why most of the women will never understand 100% how their own body is functioning. And men have daily hormone clock and your hormones are changing 4 times in 1 month. It's like a whole season. And your energy, mood, metabolism is shifting weekly. And you're not the same woman every day, every season, like you do all the time. Same discipline, same habit, same consistency. You will finish by burning out. And I really believe that if most of them women would understand how their cycle is working, they would avoid taking so many antidepressants and feeling a lot of anxiety. And the fix is not about discipline, it's more about alignment and feeling like our cycle, it's not a punishment, but it's something beautiful that is unique for us because it also helps us to give birth, which is the most unique thing we can have in our life. I don't have kids and I'm not saying you have to have them, but I think naturally something pretty amazing and very powerful that we all women have. And so first, what are 4 different cycles we have? I decided to call them winter, spring, and summer, fall because very often I find that for my students it's really hard to remember them and they get lost in that. So think about it like menstrual cycle is your day 1. So first day of your menstrual cycle is the day 1 and this is your winter. This is the time where you feel tired, where you need more of the warmth. That's why it's winter. Then we have spring after the menstrual cycle, which is our follicular phase. It's a moment where your energy is coming back, where your mood is stabilized and where you have starting to have more desire to your partner. And then you have ovulatory phase. It's summer. This is a moment where you feel on top of the world, where you can start new project, where you want to have sex with your partner more than ever. And then we have fall. It's our luteal phase. This is a moment where we feel tired, where we have mood swings, where we feel like we're a total disaster, where our confidence is going down. And a little bit later, we're going to talk about each of it and how we can actually live with it and help ourselves. So first, our menstrual cycle, as I told you, it's from day 1 to day 5. Yes, if your menstrual cycle is less than 3 days, maybe it's not okay. Also, I know that for some women, they have some issues like pain. This is not okay. And the fact that for our whole life we were told that it's okay if it hurts, it's okay if you're bleeding too much, it's okay if you almost are not bleeding, it's okay that you don't have period. This is not okay. This is a sign from your body that something is going wrong. And this is a moment to go check with your doctor, see what's happening with your hormones. Because if your hormones are good, your whole body will feel good. If it's not the case, it can completely they regulate your life and make you feel uncomfortable in your own skin. So the menstrual cycle, we need rest and restore. This is a moment when our estrogen and progesterone are at their lowest. And this is your winter. It's a permission for you to slow down and release. And it doesn't mean, well, people ask me, Daria, you're a professional dancer. Do you stop dancing when you have your menstrual phase? Of course not. During my winter, I continue to move, I continue to have the same morning routines, but I just adapt them to the phase. Instead of doing a lot of dancing and a lot of explosive movements, I do gentle yoga in the morning, I take care of myself more, I do more of the stretching, and I try not to overdo. I'm not pushing it my hardest. And I eat warm and iron-rich foods. It can be soup, yes, it can be legumes, vitamin C, red meat if you eat it, eggs, something that will really help you during this iron deficient moment. And also, we need rest more. This is a moment when we need actually more sleep because our body is restoring less quick than during, for example, our ovulation. And if you feel like you're feeling low during this phase, this is not because you're lazy. And what I want you to take from this video is that everything I talk about, it's not about the rules, it's about understanding and having a conversation with yourself. If right now I'm on my luteal phase and I know that, yeah, I have less energy, and it's okay. I don't punish myself like I used to. I was thinking before that I have to be on 200% all the time, and I was wondering, why am I so exhausted? Am I a bad person? No, it helps me now understanding my phases and tracking my cycle. I understand what's happening in my body, and I don't blame myself for being a bit more slow, a bit more released, or for not wanting to socialize because during your menstrual cycle, you do not want to socialize and start a new project. It's a bad timing for that. And then we have follicular phase from day 6 to approximately day 12. And this is a moment when we rise and build because our estrogen rises, our energy, motivation, coordination are climbing, and your brain is primed to learn. So if you want to start learning something, start to taking a new course, start to taking a new discipline habit, start a new sport, do it during your follicular ovulation phase. And here, start progressively, move more, so you can already start your gym trainings with not yet the heaviest lifting, but already you will have much more energy. So here there is a moment where you can experiment more with fresh food, because I do not advise you to eat salads and so on during your menstrual cycle, but here your metabolic system will work on it better. And so lean proteins, raw veggies, and modern carbs are very good in this period. And in our everyday basis, how to help with yourself with this period is just to adjust, for example, important moments at your work, important moment maybe in your relationships, yeah, like going out to these phases and to ovulation. Because if you will force yourself to go socialize during menstrual or luteal phase, probably you're gonna fail. Because you will have low energy, you will be irritated, and it's not gonna help you with your relationship or your career. Adjust your schedule to your cycle. Then we have our best inner summer ovulation phase from day 13 to kind of 16 or 17. Depends on the people. Yes, I know this is not fair, that this is so slow, so small, but it is how it is. Our estrogen peaks with testosterone boost. So it's a moment when our estrogen rises and plus our testosterone is rising too. And you're feeling magnetic. This is a moment when you can try stuff. You can put on something super beautiful, something new, go shopping, wear new heels, move intensively, heavy lifts, sprints, social workouts, go to do CrossFit, and eat. Here, your body can digest more. And you can eat carbs, you can eat proteins, and you can eat more because your body will burn more. And live. Try here, you're at your maximum. So if you have an important meeting, something you really excited about, do it during your ovulation phase, because this is a moment where you feel very confident. If you want to try something new in your intimate life with your partner, do it during your ovulation phase. And what also is helpful about it, that for example, I have a online student who once told me, I do everything, I have habits, but I don't understand. Sometimes I do not feel pretty. Sometimes I feel like I'm the most beautiful woman in the world. And I'm like, this is fine, this is normal. When I'm in my luteal or menstrual phase and I feel down, but then there is ovulation and I go on the street and I have an impression that everybody is looking at me and I'm just like a Hollywood star. This is linked to your hormones. It's not because you took weight. It's not because something is wrong in your body. This is just hormones, and this is how it works. And then we have the hardest moment, the long one, luteal phase. It lasts usually from 17th to 28th day, but the hardest moment is 1 week before period, because our progesterone takes over and crisis starts. We don't sleep as good as you sleep during ovulation, and this is what PMS starts, and this is a moment when you can feel very irritatable. So that's why it's important your partner knows about your cycle, because you can teach him how to make you feel better. You can tell him, right now I am not ready for hard conversation. I'm in my luteal phase. Let's do it in 1 week or like 15 days during my ovulation phase. Or right now, I don't feel like going out with friends. I feel like I need to be alone and watch my Netflix or read a book. If you explain it in the right way, or you send him my video, he will probably try to adapt to you, and maybe he'll bring you a little hot chocolate in bed, and you will feel warm and taken care of, because this is what we all women need, right? And also during this phase, I advise you to move less. It doesn't mean you shouldn't move, except if you're in pain or you feel extremely bloated, which is not a healthy sign. But here you can do a little bit of hiking, Pilates, steady cardio, some dancing to raise your mood, because I'm talking about dancing, and I haven't seen any dancers, biohackers. So for me, honestly, dance is such it's biggest life biohack, to be honest. I can feel low. Yesterday, I was giving classes in the evening, and for the whole day, since I'm in my luteal phase, I felt a disaster. I felt so tired. I felt like, how come I'm gonna give classes? I'm so tired. I just wanna stay in bed and watch a series or movie and like cry. And then I came to classes because I have to. I'm teaching. I cannot say to my students I'm in my luteal phase. And after already 15 minutes, I felt amazing, no matter the phase. Because when you move your body in the right way, when you give this confidence to yourself and you're surrounded by women who are supporting you too, or just simply you're waking up your body and you're connecting to it, you feel it, and you allow yourself not to be perfect, but just be, then you feel good. You feel so good, actually. And yeah, this is my personal biohack, to be honest. And I've seen so many women, older women, I'm 30, but I know women who are like 45 and 50, but who are dancers, and they look so much better than other women in their age, because they're connected to your body. And when you're connected to it, it's a hack to, at whatever moment, just instead of being in depression and cry, dance and feel amazing. Sorry, it was just my personal share. And then we need 10 to 20% more complex carbs. But careful, this is not pasta, this is not pizza, even we really want it. I would advise you sweet potatoes, gluten-free oats, magnesium foods, which you can take a supplement magnesium if you have it. It's very good for your sleep too. And sleep, we need to cool the room. So if you have this possibility, I live in Paris, so I don't have air conditioning, especially in summer, but it's the best temperature to sleep. It's like 18 degrees. So if you have this possibility to cool your room, your bedroom, this is amazing, because it's going to give you more energy, and we need more sleep. And do not punish yourself if you feel like you're here not very productive and irritable. And again, talk to your partner so he doesn't take it bad if in case you're suddenly getting irritated and you want to kill him by accident. Of course, I'm kidding, but we know sometimes we feel this way. And the most important, just remember that you are not lazy. This is not about you, this is about your hormones. And some weeks we are more disciplined than others. Some weeks we have more energy. But the most important for me is consistency. I have another video about habits that you can watch, where I explain how to keep on different habits and what kind of habits we can have in order to be this 1% of the women and being successful and achieve everything we want. And I have these 2 tools for every phase. So steady blood sugar and calm nervous system. First, eat in the right order, whatever phase you are. Veggies, proteins, fats, and then carbs. Then walk after meals. 10-20 minutes walk, it flattens your glucose spikes. And this is an incredible hack because it's just a walk, but your glucose will not go high, your body will be beautiful and lean, and your mood will keep steady. And you will not crave for sugar. Walk after meals and then reset on the mind. The psychological side, 2 in, 1 learn out. So this is also very important, is to find the moments how to calm down your nervous system. For me, breathwork meditation is something I do every day. And especially during my luteal phase and menstrual cycle, I do it in order to keep being positive, to keep my energy up, and simply create this connection with myself, because it's not because it's luteal phase or menstrual phase it's bad. It's just how it is, and it's also a good time to simply be with yourself, with your own thoughts, and to cut the noises next to you. I like this phrase, she's not inconsistent, she's cyclical. Some weeks, adventure and social energy, some weeks, reset and softness, and respect the season and everything will change. I just want you to remember that coming home to yourself, it's about being on the right clock. Yes, it's about listening, creating the habits where you check your cycle and living with your cycle and not against, and taking your cycle not like something horrible and we have to suffer from, like all women in the world, but something like a gift. And our emotions, our changes, it's also beautiful. And since myself personally, I stopped birth control pill and I started to live with my cycle, I saw a lot of changes in me. Now, it's not always easy to fight my mood swings, but instead of fighting them, I'm trying to understand and share it with people next to me without the shame. And it helps me a lot because before I used to, because I'm a very emotional person, and sometimes when it's my luteal phase, I feel like my whole life a disaster. I need to change everything. I feel I didn't do enough. I feel like I'm a bad person. But then I realized, well, it's not my life. It's just a luteal phase. It's just hormones. And they are making me see something which is not real. And when you know this, you look at the issues and problems you have from the other angle. And that's why I created my online course, Essential Shift, which is helping women around the world feel different with themselves, to feel like a woman. And before that, I've talked about dancing. And dance, for me, especially feminine high heels dance, is the best. At the moment when I started doing high heels dance, I became another woman. I stopped suppressing my sexuality and I started to accept my feminine part. And before doing that, I was in hip-hop, breakdance, freestyle, house. It was not me, and I wasn't happy. And when I opened up my sexuality, when I realized I feel amazing with myself, I love my body, I love feeling sensual, and I love expressing it, and I love being a woman, and I love living with my cycle, and I started to learn more about it. And now when I teach it to the women, I see that they have the same struggles, that they do not like their bodies, that they do not understand changes in them, that they don't know how to lose weight, how to gain muscles, how to create a beautiful relationship, how to achieve their dreams. And I've been there before, and that's why personally I've done so many courses, I read plenty of books about the hormones, biohacking, and everything. I even passed in the United States online course about biohacking. But not so many people talk about how your body affects what you feel and how much you can change your identity with your physical condition by simply moving and doing practices that will completely change you. And that is what I'm doing in my course, and it changed lives of many women. It helped them to start new projects, to quit the job they hate, to love their body, to find a good partner, to stop relationship was toxic. And if you feel like you related to this and doing all of that, adapting your cycle and understanding it, it can be overwhelming and it can be scary in the beginning. And also it's the same like with achieving our goals and having a coach with whom you will have accountability. So that's why I created a video that you can watch. I will put the link below where I explain what can help you, how you can do it, and that you don't have to be in that alone. Thank you so much, Queen. Remember how beautiful you are, no matter the phase of the cycle you're in. Ta-da!